It's the IHSAA State Dual Team Wrestling Tournament on 104.9 KLMJ and radio on the go on YouTube. John Mowinkle and Colt Powers coming to you from inside Extreme Arena. And we're once again getting started a few minutes early here. We are in the Class 2A semifinals. 2-seed Clarion-Goldfield-Dows taking on 3-seed Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont. And let me get this pulled up. Colts, I don't know what's going on here with us, but this is the second one that started before we were supposed to. We were supposed to start at 2:15. But we got Cole Wibholm of Clarion-Goldfield-Dows against Keller Little of EBF. So I guess if you want to take it away, Colt, we are underway. Looks like Wibholm gets taken out right out of the chute. And blood time right away, so I guess we'll hold that thought here.
Relax, everybody's okay.
Yes. But anyway, Colt, a dominant win for CGD over Algona. In the first round earlier this morning, Cowboys really look sharp, especially in the lighter weights, but Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont, the 3-seed, also really strong in the lightweights, and this might be a really good test here for these Cowboys who have 4 losses on the season. EBF undefeated. So, Colt, that brings an interesting dynamic here to this particular duel.
Absolutely, and I think our boys here at CGD, they just need to have that confidence going in. And, you know, this honestly should probably be a main event matchup just because you got an undefeated team and then you got a very dominant CGD team. I can't imagine that their championship round, whoever goes on, is going to be as entertaining, I'll say, as this matchup. So, still got that blood time going here as they get some blood mopped up, and we'll get.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying we'll get things underway as soon as they get done cleaning up the mats here.
EBF's coming off of a 40-29 win over Alburnett in the first round earlier today. Our other 2A semifinal is Decorah versus Independence, the 1-seed and the 5-seed going at it. So back to action here with Wibholm on top 3-0 right out of the chute in the first period with blood time just getting done.
And CGD, they changed their singlets.
Yes, they did. Makes it a little easier for us.
It makes it a lot easier for us. They've got nice red singlets on here for the second round. They're going to go out of bounds here.
EBF, the Rockets are going with the black and yellow singlets.
Going back to center here.
CGD.
Wibholm on the top, working on breaking down Little. Now, you were saying that these lighter classes, they look to be pretty dominant as well, so I don't think we're going to run through these quite as fast as we did against Algona here. A little bit more challenging here as we get down to a minute, as Wibholm is still on top, Little on the bottom, working to build that base up. He's doing a good job not being down on his belly here. Wibholm working to get him, flattened down to the mat here. Down to 45 seconds. Wibholm trying to break him down and bringing him down to the mat there to where we can't quite see up against on the farthest side where we kind of get blocked. They're going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, against Algona this morning, it was boom, 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 pin, tech fall, pin, So it's going to be a little different here this time around.
Yeah, I think we're going to in for a little bit more of an entertaining matchup.
In fact, in his first match, Cole Wibholm wrestled for only 18 seconds. So
he's already gone longer than his first matchup. Wibholm working to get him taken down, or is on top, and he's working to get him flattened out here, trying to roll him, get him get some kind of fall, get some points, get him turned around here. Little's doing a good job fighting. Oh, Little might get a reversal here. Still not a reversal. They're going to go out. 1 second left there in the first period.
Little is coming in. Hold on a sec. Little coming in with a record of 33-4 here in his freshman season. EBF does have 2 undefeated wrestlers, and those are Gage Spurgeon at 132 and Landon Davis at 138.
So those should be some good matchups as well.
At 132, that's going to be versus Pets and Pound there, so
that'll be a good matchup.
That'll be electric.
We're going to start the second period here with Wibholm on the bottom. And Little looks like he's trying to stack him up. Wibholm getting his head up, getting one knee up here. Little is on top. They got some hand fighting going on. Little working to break Wibholm down and keep him down on the mat here. We're at 1:30 in the second period. Wibholm leads 3-0.
And elsewhere in Class 2A today, earlier in the consolation semifinals, West Delaware beat Glenwood 41-32, and Albernet beat Algona 43-23.
Uh-oh. Wibholm is in trouble. He's in a cradle. He's trying to bridge. He's got 1:05 here to try and work himself out. He does get back to his belly. We're holding on the 4. Little is trying to keep that cradle and trying to get him turned over. We're holding on the 4 still. Down to 45 seconds.
And Little did start on top, so no takedown. He does just get the near fall, so it'll be 4-0, or 4-3, excuse me.
Yep. Wibholm trying to survive here. We got 35 seconds left for him to try and break out of this cradle.
And this is the type of duel where any bonus points will be extremely crucial against two teams that appear to be very evenly matched.
Little's almost putting himself in a position for a spladle. He looked like he was trying to hook a leg. He's going to get a tilt. Still holding on those. Nope, we do have the 4 awarded as the clock ticks down. So I do believe it's going to go into the third period here, 4-3, with Little now in the lead. Little's choice, and he's going to take down.
And talking to Corey Oder earlier today, he was telling me that this is going to be kind of a barn burner of a duel, which is was kind of interesting to hear him say after, you know, the season that they've had. But, you know, I wouldn't say concerned, but he knows that this is going to be one of their tougher duels of the year, Corey says.
Well, and coming into a undefeated team, he knows he's a smart man. He's not going to sugarcoat it. He knows it's going to be tough, and I'm sure he had a nice pep talk with the boys and got them ready to go. So we've started the third period here. We got, looks like one escape. So Little has an escape. He leads 5-3.
And especially with both teams being strong in the lightweights, these are going to be extremely crucial. Well, I mean, they're all going to be crucial.
Every single. Even preventing them from getting a pin.
Yeah, that's going to be huge.
Little trying to get a takedown there. Looks like he was pulling on the neck a little bit, or Wibholm was trying. They get tangled up, and I can't always see who's got a hold of who here, but we did get a caution for potentially dangerous. They're back in the center of the mat. It is, Wibholm takes a shot there. Working on trying to get something to happen. Nope, Little's going to fight him off. We got around a minute left. Little takes a shot, gets his 3, so now 8-3 with Little in the lead. We're down to 40-some seconds. I've got an official kind of in the way there, but I do see we're at 40 now. Little is still on top. Wibholm trying to roll through there, and he's not going to get it. Little's going to hold on to him. We're getting another near fall. Wibholm is in trouble here. He's got 20 seconds to try and survive and not get pinned. The official is down, face on the mat, trying to see. Little is trying to get, and he does. He gets that fall.
Wow.
Keller Little of EBF is going to get the fall over Wibholm here.
So Clarion-Goldfield-Dows, for the first time today, finds themselves in a deficit, 6-0 against 3-seed Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont. And Colt, the Rockets, coming out with a statement here.
They are coming out making a statement right off the bat. Coach Yoder and the team, they've got to keep spirits up, and they got to keep going, because they got to know it's not over till it's over here.
All right, we'll move on to 113 pounds. It'll be Estuardo Lopez of CGD against Garrett Pumphrey of EBF.
All right, Lopez and Pumphrey here. Pumphrey with a shot on a single leg there.
And Decorah has taken a 3-0 lead over Independence.
Pumphrey picking up Lopez and bringing him back down to the mat for 3. Pumphrey at the moment manhandling Lopez. Lopez is flattened out against the mat. Lopez trying to bring up a base here as Pumphrey is holding on tight here, trying to get him broke down, keep him broke down, excuse me.
Meanwhile, the 3A semifinals right now are Southeast Polk versus Dowling Catholic. Dowling's got an 11-0 lead, and Indianola has a 12-0 lead over Joaquin Northwest. 1 minute gone first period here. Don Bosco leads Hinton 11-0 in a 1A semifinal. And in the other 1A semifinal, it's Jessup. Oh, they just took it off the board. Get you that update here in a sec.
Pumphrey is still on top. Lopez is trying to scramble to get up and out of this position. He does get to his feet, and he's going to cut away. So it's now 3-1. Lopez trails.
And Jessup has taken a 10-0 lead over Lake Mills in the other 1A semifinal.
25 seconds remains here in the first period. Lopez looking to get that takedown here. Got some hand fighting, a couple of fake shots here from the boys. They're tying up. Pumphrey tries to take a shot. Lopez sprawls back hard, down 5 seconds here in the first period. Lopez trying to hold on, not get taken down, and they are going to go out of bounds at the last second here. So we're going to the second period. Lopez with the choice. He's going to defer. No, I'm sorry. Pumphrey with the choice. Goes to Lopez. Lopez is going to take the bottom position.
Speaking of Southeast Polk, how about old Pat Hansen?
Pat Hansen's down there.
Assistant coach for the Rams.
I got to talk to him very briefly. He was on the way over to talk to his folks there, but Pat is doing great. And it sounds like the Rams are doing a fantastic job this season. They've got a pretty dominant team as well. It's always good to see Patrick.
You betcha.
All right, we're underway here in the second period as Pumphrey trying to take a shot. Lopez sprawling back, getting around behind here. He started on the bottom. He started on the bottom there, so we do have an escape.
So 5-3 lead now, or 5-4 lead now for Lopez.
As Pumphrey getting in on that single, and he's going to get around and get his 3. So Pumphrey now leads 7-5. A little back and forth here of who's in the lead. 7-5, and they are down in front of the line of boys where we cannot see, but an occasional foot or head pop up out of here. Looks like the officials calling for action on them.
Yeah.
We're down to a minute. Pumphrey leads 7-5 over CGD's Lopez. All right, starting to be able to see the boys as they crawl their way back to the middle, it looks like. And Pumphrey is still on top here. Lopez working to build that base again.
And of course, Clarion-Goldfield-Dows, even if they drop a couple here in the lower weights, they still got to feel pretty good about once they get up toward the upper weights. But again, even if you're going to lose, got to try to keep it limited to 3 if possible.
Pumphrey's got an arm bar in. He's trying to get Lopez turned over. Lopez is fighting really hard to stay out of this. We're down to 5 seconds here in the second period. He's not going to get him turned over. So Lopez is surviving at the moment here to go to the third period. Choice goes to Pumphrey. He's going to take neutral position here. All right, here we go. Third period is underway. Lopez bouncing around a little bit there, trying to throw Pumphrey off here. looking for that takedown. Pumphrey in on a single leg, goes to a double, gets around behind, gets his 3. It's now 10-5 in favor of Pumphrey. And that official standing back where the clock is, so he must have heard me. He moved a little bit, so a minute 25. All right, Lopez gets up, gets his escape. It's now 10-6, still in favor of Pumphrey.
Was it you that was telling me yesterday that the officials, at least for the girls tournament, were using like earpieces to communicate with each other?
Yeah, they were using which was really cool. These guys don't have it, so I don't know if it's the girls are a little bit better in wanting to make sure they can communicate with the tables, having the girls officials and stuff. Because as far as I was aware last night, they were, well, the past 2 days they were communicating with their tables as well. Because then they don't have to have. They don't have to have kids come out with towels and slap them and stuff like that. So it was really cool having those, seeing them have those earpieces and being able to communicate with each other.
Yeah.
I know we're under a minute. Pumphrey still leads 10-6. He went in on a shot. Lopez is sprawled back right now. He's got to try and get around, and we're going to break apart here. Said the official's head is in my way. I think we're down around 30.
37. Here, it's on my laptop, too.
Oh.
It's live time there.
I keep looking for names. So. All right, Pumphrey goes in on a shot again. Lopez sprawling back, not letting him. Goes in on a nice single. He's going to take him down, and he's going to get the takedown again there. So we got another 3, 13-6 in favor of Pumphrey.
Down to 10 seconds left, and
he's going to let Lopez up. So we're going to have the escape, so it's 13-7 with only 5 seconds remaining here.
So this will only still be a decision.
Pumphrey takes a shot.
Ooh.
Had him in a waterfall. Lopez squeezed those legs tight so he didn't get another takedown, but he is going to lose 13-7.
So EBF takes a 9-0 lead in the duel, putting a little bit of pressure here on Clarion-Goldfield-Dows. But again, if you're CGD, you have to at least feel fortunate that that's only a decision there. That was only 3 points
if they
in favor of EBF.
In some of these very close matchups, they're going to have to try and keep those points as low as possible to save those chances as we move on through these weight classes.
All right, that'll move us up to 120. It's Paxton Redenius of CGD and Simon Bettis of EBF.
Bettis and Redenius. Here we go. Bettis trying to take a shot. Redenius sprawling back.
Redenius had an 8-0 major decision against Algona in the opener earlier today. So he has wrestled a full match today, unlike the previous 2 CGD wrestlers.
Redenius trying to go in on a little shot there as Bettis gets an underhook. He's got Redenius down to the mat. We're going to call stalemate, head back to the center here. 127 remains. Here we go. 120-pound matchup here.
Over the other 2A semifinal, Decorah leads Independence 9-6. So a close one going on there. I mean, this one's close too, but CGD yet to win a match.
Boys are still hand fighting there. A little collar elbow tie up there, trying to jockey for that head position. Working to get in there. And it looks like we got 3 to Bettis. And they're back in front of the...
Looks like we got near fall coming up.
Might have a near fall. I can't see official either. He might be down there looking.
Yeah, he's definitely down there.
We've got 30 seconds remaining. Still can't tell if he's holding. I'm assuming he's holding on 4.
Yeah.
Bettis has a 3-0 lead over Redenius. Clock ticks down. We got 15 seconds here. And potentially dangerous. So we got 4 awarded to Bettis. So it's 7-0. 13 seconds left. They're going back to the center of the mat. Redenius is on the bottom. Bettis on the top, covering. Gonna get a official time there, it looks like. He was talking to Bettis, it looked like. And now we're gonna get back underway, down to 10. Bettis trying to hold Redenius down here to finish off the first period as the clock ticks down to 2-1 into the first.
All right, so a 7-0 lead here for Bettis over Redenius as we go to the second period.
Bettis is going to defer. Redenius is going to take the bottom position as he trails 7-0 here to start the second period. And here we go.
And again, CGD does have some hammers coming up in their lineup here in the upcoming weights as well. So, you know, especially even if Redenius loses, you know, even if you hold it to just a decision here, you're still only a couple pins away from tying it up at that point.
Absolutely.
For the Pets and Pons. So.
Redenius still on the bottom here. Bettis trying to work in there, driving his head into Redenius' side. Looks like he might be trying to go for a cradle. He's going to give up on that cradle, jump back behind, keeping the pressure on Redenius. We're down to 1:15 here. Bettis still leads 7-0. Redenius still working to get up and out, trying to get his first point there. Redenius looked like maybe he was trying to go for a little roll, and he is going to get the escape. So we do have his first point here of this matchup, 7-1.
Halfway through the second period, and now Redenius will need to get offensive here.
Right now they're just kind of circling, tying up a little bit.
Both kind of drop down to that three-point stance momentarily.
They're going to tie up here, break away. And Bettis goes in on a nice single leg, duck under there, single leg. He's going to try and get around there. Redenius trying to scramble out of this, and Bettis does get his three.
So now 10-1, major decision territory here for Bettis. With 10 seconds left here in the second.
And can't really see much except for Bettis' back.
Looks like it's close to a stalemate probably. And the period's going to end. So we go to the third. Redenius has got some work to do, down 10-1.
It's Bettis' choice. He's going to take, looks like he's taking the bottom. All right, so Bettis is going to start on the bottom. Redenius is going to start on the top here. Maybe he can make something happen while on top. Bettis going to do a quick sit out. Gets his escape.
So 11-1.
Both boys on their feet here. Tying up, Bettis going in on a shot. Redenius sprawling back hard, getting that whizzer in there. Redenius looked like he tried to spin out of that. Bettis holding on to that ankle, and he gets three. So
wow.
14-1 as he did a nice job of holding on to that. He's going to let Redenius up, so he has the escape, but it's 14-2. He's probably looking for the tech fall here.
Yeah. Yeah, all he needs is a takedown to finish it off, but he's going to be looking for the pin, I'm sure, in this situation.
The pin would be ideal for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that, you know, in these types of situations, too, that's stuff that maybe in a normal match or in a traditional tournament, you're not quite thinking to that degree, but in this situation, every point is going to count. He is going to get a takedown.
He's got the takedown, and they're going to go out of bounds.
So because of that, no opportunity for the fall, but 5 more points to the Rockets. And it is 14-0 in favor of Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont over Clarion-Goldfield-Dows. All right, Colt. The Cowboys are not in a huge amount of trouble yet, but it's It's getting, things are kind of starting to turn sideways a little bit for him.
A little bit, but I do believe we got Petzenpong coming up right now.
Yes, we do.
So we could be seeing a huge momentum change here. I mean, they're only behind 14.
Yeah.
So at this stage of it, you got Petzenpongs both in this next weight class. They could easily bring it to 12 to 14. Well, I say easily, but
his opponent is Slater Thomas here at VBF at 126, and we get rolling.
All right, action's getting started here. Boys are tied up. A little fake there from Thomas. Petzenpong looking around. I have to assume he's sitting there kind of stalking his opponent, looking for that opening, looking for that weakness. Little tie up there.
This is the matchup between Petzenpong, who's ranked number 4, and Thomas, who's ranked number 3 in Class 2A at this weight class, 126.
Oh.
Oh.
I like that. I like that. Can create very good matchups. Down under a minute here. Mostly just hand fighting right now. Boys looking, feeling each other out here. Seeing who can get that open advantage.
Clarion-Goldfield-Dows enters the tournament with 8 ranked individuals. EBF has 9.
That's
just impressive right there.
That's why I say I still feel like this one should probably be more main event.
Yeah.
You know, your finals. Feel like this might be a little lopsided.
Yeah.
We're down to 15 here. The boys continue to circle. A little hand fighting. Oh, Petzenpong takes a shot. Thomas sprawled back. Down to 5. Nothing's going to come of that as clock ticks to 0.
So 2 minutes of scorelessness here between Petzenpong of CGD and Thomas of EBF.
Choice goes to Petzenpong. He's going to take the bottom. This might be one of those matchups that an escape decides the...
Yeah, it could be a 1-0.
Petzenpong standing up here, and he's going to break away here. So he has the first point on the board here in the second period. And who knows, that they could have scouted him, and Thomas, maybe his weakness is he's not very good on top, and Petzenpong and Coach Yoder know that, so this could be strategy.
Yeah, and so Slater will have the choice here to start the third period after Petzenpong shows bottom to start the second here.
Just kind of dancing around. Not much happening. Looked like the official called for action on him. Down to a minute 5 here. Thomas takes a shot. In on a single leg. Petzenpong trying to hold that. Rolling through. Nothing yet. Nothing yet as Thomas has a hold of Petzenpong's leg. Still nothing. No takedown or anything yet. They're on an edge that I can't see. Thomas trying to throw Petzenpong, it looks like. Petzenpong holding on here.
Still no control yet, though.
Yep, no control. We're down to 35. The official still, and he's going to say stalemate. We're going to go back to the center of the mat. So Petzenpong doing a nice job fighting that one off, even though he had control of his leg there.
And each of these wrestlers has only 3 losses on the season. Petzenpong is 33-3. Thomas is 37-3.
Wow.
That's a lot of W's.
That is a lot of W's. That's, like you said,
not very many L's.
No, and that makes for a really good, even matchup here. We're down to 15. Again, still not much happening here. Thomas doing some kind of spin there. Look, I don't know, he was trying to gain an advantage doing that, but we're down to 0 at the end of the second period. Petzenpong leads 1-0.
That did look a little strange, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what he was trying to do there, if he was just trying to throw Petzenpong off, but Thomas now is going to take the bottom position.
And again, this is a semifinal in Class 2A with Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont leading Clarion-Goldfield-Dows 14-0.
So Petzenpong there, as Thomas tries to stand up, Petzenpong trying to, he brings him back down to the mat, and they are going to go out of bounds there, so still no point awarded to Thomas as he tried to scramble out of that. So again, this may be that escape decides. We've still got 1:50 to go here in the third, but
yeah, Thomas trying to get that escape.
Petzenpong on top, and he's going to let him go, so it's now 1-1.
All right. Brand new match. $1:40 to go.
All right, we're going to tie up here. Nope.
Oh.
Thomas keeps taking these little fake shots, and Petzenpong sprawls back, and he just waits. He's very reactive. There, Petzenpong takes a shot, trying to get in on that single. Thomas sprawled back, not letting him have it, so we're down to 1:05. Thomas snapping down Petzenpong. Petzenpong trying to get up and out of that. Oh,
out of bounds, no
Petzenpong almost had a takedown if he hadn't gone out of bounds. Oh, 48 seconds left here.
Still a ton of time. Still a ton of time for a takedown here, which may be all it takes at this point.
One of them, they are so evenly matched. One of them's just got to find that right opening. Petzenpong taking a shot.
Thomas did a good job of countering that, though.
He did. He sprawled back nice, keeping him from there.
25 seconds.
25, still nothing.
Tied at 1.
They are so evenly matched up. Their styles are so similar.
They're just like stalking each other around the mat.
It's just trying to find that one weakness, that one opening. Oh, Thomas is going to take a shot. Single leg. 2, 1, nothing. And we're going to end the third. So close. He almost had that takedown on Petzenpong. We are going into overtime. Whoa, Thomas almost had that there.
So here we go, 1 minute overtime period.
If he would have had an extra second, I think it would have been over. That was close. Adrian, kind of lucky there to survive that one.
Definitely.
All right, down to 45. Thomas in on a shot, single leg. Petzenpong working, getting his leg back. Oh, trying to get Thomas holding on to that leg with a death grip there. Petzenpong's got a hold around the waist. He's looking. Now we're in a waterfall. Thomas has Petzenpong into a waterfall. If he can get his head out and around. Oh, Petzenpong stepped over. He stepped over. He's got Thomas in a bad spot, and he's got his 3.
Holy cow.
Holy cow, Petzenpong with that one.
An overtime victory with 12 seconds left.
Oh, man, Petzenpong puts them on the board.
Clarion-Goldfield-Dows gets their first win of the day, and it is now 14-3 in favor of EBF.
Beautiful job by Adrian there. That was awesome. Way to start that off and get those points up on the board. That was nice.
All right, so that'll be the start for CGD. Down 14-3. Far from insurmountable.
At least he's on the board, but I mean, that was a battle, but only 3 points out of all of that. That doesn't, like we were talking, every point is going to matter here.
All right, we move on to, it'll be Damon Fouts of Clarion-Goldfield-Dows against Gage Spurgeon of EBF, and Spurgeon is undefeated on the year at 42-0.
All right.
So I believe they're going to slide Petzenpong up, the other Petzenpong, Linden.
Fouts in on a... Fouts is just manhandling, or I'm sorry, Spurgeon is just manhandling Fouts right now. He's got 3 takedowns already.
Yeah.
And 20 seconds, he had 3 takedowns. It's 9-2.
I think he's trying to not tech fall him and trying to get the pin. As strange as that sounds, but it's based on the movements.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna just tech fall someone, he would have just cut him at this point.
Well, at this point, but he's looking for that. He's got a half in on Fouts, and he's gonna get him tilted over here. Fouts is in trouble.
Oh,
we only got.
Good job of holding that off.
He rolled through there, so nice job by Fouts. Spurgeon is just kind of a beast here. Spurgeon working to get him turned over again here. He's
ranked #1 in this weight class also.
He's got 40 seconds. Fouts working on trying to survive here. It's 12-2. Spurgeon working to get that, trying to get that pinfall down to 20. So we only got a 2 count out of that one. It's 14-2. I feel like you said, I don't think he wants that tech fall. He wants that pin. All right, we're going to go to the second period here. 14-2 with Spurgeon in the lead over Fouts.
So at this point, a takedown alone would result in a tech fall, so he's going to have to get a takedown and some back points.
No, it looks like Spurgeon. I think Spurgeon chose top. I think he's just going to try and turn him for that pinfall.
All right. That's probably a good move for his part. Because again, this is a 7-10 sophomore here, Damon Fouts, against a 42-0 #1 ranked Spurgeon. So, this is a calculated decision by Corey Yoder to not have Lyndon Petzenpon wrestle this guy.
Yes.
So, it's a sacrifice you're willing to take in order to.
He's playing the long game.
Yeah, he's playing the long game.
Yep.
He's doing what Kirk Ferentz does.
And the boys are where we can't really see them. There's a 1:10. I see feet flying, so I'm thinking there's some back points coming here.
Yeah.
All right.
They're going to stop it for the tech fall.
Yep. I don't think he got the pinfall. I think it's just tech.
So that'll move us up to 132. And again, we couldn't see from our angle if the mat got slapped, but no, it is a pin. So
he did
6 points to EBF.
Okay, well, we saw those feet flying there in the air and not quite seeing what happened, but.
So EBF now leads the duel 20-3.
Oh, and they Petzenpon got the win for open weight. They didn't even take him on.
So that will change things. It'll be now 20-9 as we go to 138. Things are getting interesting now.
I was going to say they didn't want none of that. They didn't want the smoke.
So let me see. That was 132. So that was 138. So yeah, they do have a guy 138, but all right, so back to.
But that was probably strategic on their part, too.
Definitely. So we go to 144 now. Reed Campbell of CGD taking on Caden Kirkpatrick of the Rockets. And Kirkpatrick is 38-5 here in his sophomore season. Ranked #9 in Class 2A, 138.
And it looks like who's the
Reed Campbell.
No, Kirkpatrick.
Yeah.
Kirkpatrick. Okay, so Kirkpatrick gets the first score on the board here against Campbell. It's 3-0. We're down to 1:15 as Campbell is on the bottom, trying to build that base up here. They're on the edge of the mat.
And in the other semifinal, Decorah leads Independence 21-9. They're also at 144 right now.
We're down to 50 here. Campbell, they're going to go out of bounds. So coming back to the center of the mat, I do believe Campbell's going to be on the bottom. Yeah, they didn't award him an escape. Nope, they are going to award an escape here. I have to imagine Kirkpatrick just wanted him let up. So Kirkpatrick's going in on a shot, getting another 3 in on Campbell. And he's going to let him up again. So 6-1, 6-2 now. Sorry. As he gets another 3 there. Kirkpatrick gets another 3 and takes Campbell down to the mat. It's 9-2, and they're back to where we can't see. I don't see any feet flying. Down to 10 seconds. Campbell, I see his head. He's trying to build a base up, trying to get an escape here before the clock runs out, but I don't think he's going to get it in time.
All right, to the second period we go.
And we're going to get some blood time.
All right. The other semifinals in Class 1A, Don Bosco leads Hinton 33-0. And Jessup leads Lake Mills 37-4 in Class 3A. Indianola leads Waukee Northwest 23-20, and Southeast Polk leads Dowell and Catholic 23-10. All 3 classes of semifinals are going on. There's 6 mats here inside Extreme Arena.
And Southeast Polk is where former Bulldog Coach Hansen is at. So they are they're looking to make that bid at that championship. So I think Coach Hansen is excited about that. Oh, we're getting back underway. Here's blood time and wraps up. Second period has started here. Again, we got Caden Kirkpatrick at EBF and Reed Campbell from CGD. It's 9-2. Got some hand fighting as Kirkpatrick trying to get a takedown. Not going to get it before they go out of bounds. Here we go. Back in the center of the mat. It's got some hand fighting here. Kirkpatrick with a little fake there. Trying to do a little duck under and trip, and he's going to get a takedown. So it's now 12-2 over Campbell. Campbell fighting to survive here. Campbell trying to stand. Kirkpatrick bringing him back down to the mat here. Got him flattened out. Down to 50 seconds here in the second period. Campbell working to build that base back up. Kirkpatrick is fairly dominant and kind of having his way with Campbell here this match, which I don't feel like we've seen that a lot.
No. No,
all right.
I mean,
he's going to let him up. 12-3. 20 seconds here in the second period. Little snap down. Campbell trying to make something happen, and Kirkpatrick's going to get a takedown. Nope, no control yet. Campbell still trying to keep it. He's all right. He did not get a takedown there as we go to the end of the second. All right, going into the third period. Choice goes to Kirkpatrick. Or I'm sorry, Campbell. And looks like Campbell's taking bottom.
all right, final 2 minutes of this one.
And Kirkpatrick's going to let him up.
Oh, yeah.
So it's 12-4. Campbell trails. Campbell sprawling back as Kirkpatrick takes a shot. Campbell trying, oh!
He gets put to his back.
He gets put to his back. He was trying to sprawl back and trying to get him almost into a little headlock. Kirkpatrick brought his head up. Tried to take him over there. It's 15-4. 30.
Cut him again.
Yep.
15-5.
Minute 20. Boys are tied up in the center. Patrick taking another shot there. Campbell did a nice job sprawling back, not letting him have it. Campbell still staying on top, not letting Kirkpatrick have it. He's doing a nice job fighting this one.
That was almost an errant shot by Kirkpatrick, too. He could have gotten turned easily.
Very easily. He's either got a lot of confidence or overconfident in that one. They're going to go out of bounds, 45 seconds left.
I mean, he went in on that shot and his shoulders were like perpendicular to the mat.
If Campbell would have taken almost a cow catcher and just thrown him over, and that could have been, like I said, he's either got a lot of confidence or overconfident, but he was pretty sure of what he was doing there. Down to 30.
And that's how good wrestlers lose matches.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
one little oops. Oh,
it almost happened again.
Almost happened again. Campbell almost had.
Out of bounds, 18 seconds left, 19.
Still 15-5. Good little scramble here. Campbell trying to make something happen there. Oh, he's going to get around. He's at least getting a takedown. He's got 3, 8 seconds, 15-8. If he can get something turned here, not in time.
That just turned it from a major decision, though, into a decision.
Yes.
That's 4-3.
That is, I mean, honestly, when every point counts, that's huge.
Yeah. All right, so EBF takes a 23-9 lead. And we move on to 150. Dawson Byer of CGD, if that is in fact who they send out. Yes, it is. Landon Davis of EBF will be his opponent.
All right, Byer and Davis here locking up.
Byer was upset against Algona, against an unranked wrestler.
Davis with a snap down on Byer there, working to get around and get his 3.
Byer ranked number 9 in 2A at 150.
Byer standing up, trying to get cut away, and he does. Gets his escape, going back to the center of the mat.
Landon Davis, 31-0. He's undefeated for the Rockets.
Tying up another snap down. Byer, nice job spinning around, keep staying alive here, not getting another takedown here. As Davis gets control and gets 3.
So this guy is ranked number 1 at 144, but moving up to 150.
And Byer's going to get cut loose again here at 6-2.
So Colt, it's always interesting. It seems like there's a lot more calculated decisions and lineup movement in these state duels. Regional duels too, but especially at state, because it's all about the matchups at this point.
Yes.
It's all about the matchups.
And there's an official coming over. I'm not sure what he's coming over for, but they stalemated, so we're going back to the center. Yeah, every little bit is calculated, especially in these dual matchups. And when Patrick Hansen was at Hampton, he was getting a little rough out there. I like that.
Over toward the sidewall of the arena. That could have gotten hairy.
I talked to Patrick about that a lot because there is a strategy to it. 'Cause before I understood it used to drive me nuts when they do that, because you think somebody's up and they're not. And so I've had a lot of conversations with Coach Hansen about that. And there is a lot of strategy that goes into this.
So a 9-2 lead for Davis over Byer right now. 24 seconds left first period.
Short time here.
And again, if you're EBF, you're probably thinking this guy has to get a pin.
If you want to seal the deals here, you got to get those pins. So Because just as we talked before, CGD and Algona, you didn't want to count Algona out.
Right.
You know. And we're going to get one for
red.
Yeah, for, I don't know, did they give him an escape? Yep, they're giving an escape. I'm assuming he chose down, and I'm assuming
Yeah.
Davis
Fire chose down.
said give him.
Yep. Let him back up.
Yep. Davis goes in on a shot there on Byer. He's got his leg. He's pulling him back in. Byer almost looks like he's trying to get out of bounds.
Yeah.
And we're going to get those three there. 12-3. Minute 30 here in the second period. And we're going to get, it looks like a stall warning
They
on
gave it
Byer.
to Byer, which is very strange because he's the guy that should be trying to improve his position the most right now.
Right.
That always perplexes me when the trailing wrestler gets hit for stalling. You know?
And even over the past few days with some of our girls, I questioned the officials. I'm like, how are we getting a stall call?
Yeah.
But a lot of times I feel like it's officials' discretion and what they, and they obviously see something I don't.
Oh, and so the rule book says, as far as stalling, as we go out of bounds here, the rule book says it's stalling if the wrestler is not trying to improve their position. So, I mean, that language there is very subjective.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it does give the official a lot of discretion, if you will.
Yes.
So
Davis and
you can't really define that, objectively.
No.
So it's just one of those things about the sport of wrestling. But
Davis with a hard snap on Byer, getting those three. Now it's 15-4. He's going to let him up and go again. Going out of bounds. I feel like it's a little heated between these two. I mean,
it appears so.
There's a little
extra once they get out of bounds.
Yeah. Somebody.
What do we got here? Oh, yeah, make sure Byer starts bottom. I wonder
and
if
he's going to let him.
Yep.
Davis going in on a shot, getting another takedown. 18-5.
Yeah, he's looking back at the scoreboard.
He's looking at the scoreboard, looking at the clock. And stall warning going to Davis.
So it's 19-5 now.
12 seconds.
No, it was a second stall call on Byer, so a penalty point to Davis.
Oh, is that what? Okay.
19-5.
All right.
And it's now 20-5. It's going to be a tech fall. So what was the score on that? Another penalty point. I almost wonder if that was intentional on Byer's part, so that he couldn't get pinned in the third period. Just let it be a tech fall, let it be
Just
5.
let it be. Yeah, that could be.
It's unfortunate to not have the confidence in yourself to maybe see if you can, but that's maybe taking one for the team there.
It
in
could
that regard
be,
as well.
And, being up here, we can't hear, Matt said, we can't hear if there's some of the chirping and.
Things are different here at the state duals level.
Oh,
they just
yeah.
are. I mean, when it comes to stuff like that.
Yes.
So EBF goes in front 28-9. As we move on to 157, it'll be Colin Sesker of CGD against Zane Molinix of EBF.
All right, Sesker and Molinex getting started here.
And in the rankings, Molinix is ranked number 5 in 2A at 157. Sesker number 6 in the same weight class.
Oh, man. So it's another good matchup here. Sesker going for trying to grab an ankle there, trying to pick an ankle. Oh, he's going to go in for a single here. A little duck under action. Molinex holding on to Sesker's leg. Sesker trying to step over. And he's going to get his takedown. So Sesker's first on the board here. Sesker's on top from what we can see back here. Oh, looked like he was going to try and go for a power half. Molinex goes in. So he has an escape. And it looked like he's going in. Now somebody's feet are in the air. And we cannot see.
There are near fall points awarded to red. So back to the middle here.
Was there a near fall? Because there's no...
I guess not. I thought I saw the swipes. Maybe there was just one. So still 3-1 in favor of Sesker here.
45 seconds here. Kind of a flurry of moves once in a while. You can't quite catch everything that's happening. They move so quick. Down under 30 here. Still 3-1 in favor of Sesker. Sesker going in on a shot. Molinex sprawling back. Now Molinex trying to get in, and he's going to try and take Sesker down, and he gets 3. 4-3 now. 10 seconds remain in the first period. Molinex is on top. 2-1. We're going to end the first period 4-3 here in favor of Molinex.
So back and forth we go.
Choice goes to Molinex, and we're going to take neutral position to start off second period. Here we go. Boys tie up. Molinex looking for a shot. Sesker sprawled back. They're tied up, working, jockeying for that position again. Molinex goes in on his shot.
Ooh, had a
and
waterfall.
Sesker went over. He grabbed Molinex's ankle. Now he's got him in the air looking to get that takedown, and he does.
Holy cow.
So
How does the man hold that off like that?
6-4. It's a lot of luck, a little skill, or a little luck and a lot of skill. All right.
I mean, to just not end up flat on your back after hopping on one leg like that. So Sesker leading 6-5 now.
Molinex gets a shot, gets his leg up. Now he's going to get a takedown. So it's now 8-6 in favor of Molinex. We might have a takedown clinic going here.
This is what they call a barn burner.
40 seconds. 8-6 in favor of Molinex. Sesker working to try and sit out as Molinex follows. Sesker trying to sit out again. Molinex holding on tight to that waist, following Sesker.
Over in the other semifinal, Decorah leads Independence 32-15.
Down under 10 here. Molinex leads 8-6. Looks like we're going to go to the third period. Clock ticks to 0. I do believe it's going to be Sesker's choice here.
Yes. And again, CGD trailing EBF 28-9, so a gotta have it match here for the Cowboys.
And he's going to take a neutral position. Here we go, third period is underway. The boys are tied up here, they're locking up. As Sesker goes in on a deep single. In a little bit of a whirlwind there. Now Molinex trying to get that takedown on Sesker. Still nothing awarded to either. And we got 3-2 Molinex. Minute 20 remains. And I think they've gone out of bounds.
Yep. 11-6 Molinex with a minute 21 left in the third period. on top of Colin Sesker of Clarion-Goldfield-Dows.
All right. Sesker's on the bottom. Molinex, top cover, and here we go. Minute 20. Molinex looks like he's trying to work in a tilt there. Sesker trying to sit out. Molinex keeping it tight. Holding him down. He's walking around to the front of his head, and we're going to get up from Sesker as Molinex tries. Looked like he might have been trying to go for a cradle there. So Sesker was awarded a point, 11-7. Molinex holding tight on that right arm of Sesker. Looks like he might try and do an arm drag there. Sesker looking to get that shot. He's got 30 seconds to make something happen here. And it looked like Sesker was trying to get a little slide-by action there, and Molinex was too close for that.
13 seconds, 14-8 in favor of Molinex.
Neutral position here. I assume Molinex is probably going to go for another takedown here quick.
If he does, he get the major.
He's going to try and do a little slide by. He gets a shot. He gets a streak. 1 second
man.
there. Holy crap.
A major decision for EBF, and they're going to take a 32-9 lead. And now Colt, CGD is going to have to start racking up some pins. That is the only way at this point.
Mathematically, they are in trouble without pins.
All right.
Wow. 1 second remaining and getting that quick takedown there. That was, I mean, very nice job by Molinex.
All right. Trailing by 23. They can still pin their way to a victory, the Cowboys can. But,
absolutely. But they've got a pin.
5 weight classes left. Down by 23 points.
Mathematically, it's got to be pins here, folks.
All right. It'll be Adam Hodson of the Cowboys against Kenton Stout of the Rockets. 165, we are underway.
And Stout gets takedown right off the bat here. Hodson's in trouble. Oh, he had a cradle, but there was officials calling for locked hands. So we get 1 awarded to Hodson. And Hodson's going to let Stout up. Here we go, starting back up, minute 40. It's 3-2. In some of these even matchups, it seems like EBF really they're just going to go for the takedowns and tech falls. They're not even trying to get, I mean, they're trying for pinfalls, obviously, but they see where they're so evenly matched, and maybe to save the kids' energy, maybe they're like, we're not going to fight for these pins. We're just going to take it where we can, which we got Stout with another takedown.
And so an EBF win of any kind in this match will clinch the duel for him. So CGD has to get a win of some sort here.
And we're under a minute here in the first period. 6-2 in favor of Stout over Hodson from CGD. Stout looks like he's working on trying to get, I thought he was going to try to go for a stack there. And we're going to get on out. So Hodson out, gets another point, so it's 6-3.
Yeah, CGD at this point trailing by 23 right now. Ooh.
Oh, we're going to throw some here, it looks like.
So again, if
little blood time.
So if CGD loses this match, the most that they could score after this would be 24 more team points, and they're trailed by 23 right now. So that is why they need a win of any kind to keep their chances alive here in this one.
Yeah, Stout kind of throwing hands a little bit there. I don't know if he's they're getting chirpy out there on the mat, or but the official just had a little talk with him too, it looked like.
Yeah. So Hodson of CGD is 5-6. And a Stout coming into this one 4-3, so not a whole lot of matches under their belts.
No.
And I mean, you know, this is a highly emotional point for Clarion-Goldfield-Dows right now because, I mean, all season long they've been, you know, regarded statewide as a possible favorite to win the dual title. And I mean, they're seeing those dreams slip away right now, and it literally comes down to this match. So you can understand why the emotions might be getting kind of tense here.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, this is an entire season's worth about to unravel.
Stout's got some pretty, I mean, he's snapping them hands pretty hard there.
Oh, we got to roll through.
And we got some emotions going here. And we got 3 for Stout. And it looks like I thought I saw a hand swipe from an official, but I can't see anything now.
4 seconds left of the period. They go out of bounds with 3 seconds left, 3 more back points.
All right, so it's 12-3 as we end the first, and we're going blood time again.
Oh boy. And it's for Hodson, who had the blood time earlier. Now down to 4:15 and ticking in the blood time countdown.
I said Stout's got, I mean, those are some pretty stiff hands that he's throwing there. I know, you know, when emotions start to run high, you know, you get kind of heavy on the hands and stuff, but I've seen some matchups where it may not be a fist, but they're getting some open hand shots in there.
Oh, definitely. So blood time stops here. We'll resume with 3 seconds left in the period, the first. And again, CGD needs a win of any kind here in this match. If that does not happen, then Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont will advance to the championship duel tonight. And CGD would wrestle for third. In what a lot of people would say is a very surprising turn of events here inside Extreme Arena.
And it looks like Southeast Polk won 46-25, it looks like. So former head coach for Hampton, Patrick Hansen, and his team, looks like they're going to be moving on.
Going to the ship. All right, Hodson back down to start in the bottom position here. So what can you come up with 3 seconds? And
they're just going to
looked like there was just a mutual agreement. Hey, let's just bring this thing into the second period. So.
All right. So it looks like Hodson's going to go down.
Yeah, so he chose bottom.
And Stout is on top here. Hodson been flattened out. Stout trying to work him over on top. Looks like he's trying to work an arm bar to get him tilted over. There, he's got that arm bar in. Now, if he can get him turned. Stout working to get that arm out there. Or Stout getting that. Yep, he's got the half in. Trying to get him turned. Hodson trying to get his arm out. Hodson doing a good job fighting this one off here so far. Down to 1:10. Hodson's still trying to build some kind of base up here, trying to keep his arm out of that arm bar. He's going to get kind of stood up. Again, he's working out of it. Down to 45 seconds. Stout holding on tight, and we're going to get up. So, all right.
So an escape here for Hodson, now trailing 12-4.
Neither one of these boys has a lot of matches, right? They're pretty fairly evenly matched.
Both have wrestled fewer than 10 matches this season.
That Stout,
on varsity, anyway.
I can't quite I mean, it looks like Stout's breathing a little heavy. He looks like he's there. He's not moving quite as fast as he was. There we go. Hodson going in on a shot there as Stout sprawls back. Oh, Stout looking to get, Hodson. Stout made a mistake there. Hodson on top trying to get a pin.
He's got 10 seconds.
Make something happen there. I think we're getting, he's got to take a big step over there. He's got to take that big step. Oh, so
Time
close,
runs
but he does
out,
get 4.
All right, brand new match. It's 13-11, still in favor of Stout as we go to the third. Oh, boy.
That is,
CGD looking to remain alive.
that is wild. All right,
So it'll be Stout's choice here to start the third period, and they're going to go neutral.
neutral position here. A little fire in each of these boys here. They know that this match here is what makes or breaks, I think. Stout going in on a shot. Hodson sprawling back hard there. If he get his arm back there and get that cross, he's got the takedown. He's going for the pinfall. Hodson's in control right now. I think Stout's in trouble. I can't see, but I think Stout's in trouble.
At the very least, there was a takedown awarded to Hodson, and he now leads 14-13. Now more near fall.
I see an arm swipe.
All right, 4 near fall here to Hodson. Now up 18-13.
We're under a minute. I can see that. Hodson trying to get turned. He's got to get that pinfall. Somebody rolled. Oh, we got a reversal. We got 2. All right, so
2 to
Stout,
EBF. Stout leading 18-15 now.
it's around 35 seconds. I can't see anything that's happening right now. The officials are there. I can't tell. It looks like the official's holding 4, maybe.
More back
He's
points
swiping.
now. So they're holding 4 for someone.
I imagine it's Stout. He's holding it with the green.
Yep. All right, 4 to green.
Oh my, at the last few seconds, we got an escape.
So it's 19-19.
We're going to
overtime.
I think Stout thought he won because he was pointing to the crowd. I think he thought he won.
I think so too.
All right,
He
so
gave
now
up a premature escape. So here we go.
all right.
Stout going in on the shot, trying to get the takedown. And
Yep, and he does.
wow, EBF is going to the championship.
What a match. What a match. Tough loss for Hodson there.
That was unreal. They were that close. It's 35-9 in favor of Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont. CGD now trailing by 26 points. And the most they can score is 24. Holy smokes.
Quite the turn of events.
That's unbelievable, Colt.
That is wild.
As dominant as Clarion-Goldfield-Dows was all season long. And now they can only match what they did last year, placing third. We move on to 175. .175, it's Rylan Morgan of CGD against Wyatt Wiley of EBF.
All right, Morgan and Wiley up. Morgan working to get around to the backside as Wiley, I think, tried to take a shot. Morgan sprawled back. The athletes for EBF, I don't think have sat down this entire time.
No.
So
Why would you though, right?
Well, I mean, it's pretty exciting, I get, but they're blocking our view.
Yeah.
I mean, we should go down and tell them, hey, sit down so we can see.
Yeah. I'm sure they'd love to hear what we have to say.
Yeah. Both boys still looking for a position here. We're down to a minute 5 here in the first period. Wiley taking a shot. Morgan sprawling back hard. Driving into Wiley here. Looking to get control. Actually, Morgan's looking to turn Wiley here. If he can, he does, he gets control, he gets the takedown. Morgan up behind him. Looks like he's getting in a half. Right on the edge of where I can't quite see what's happening. We're down to 25 seconds. We're gonna get potentially dangerous. Yep, we're gonna get a potentially dangerous call here. So they're gonna go back to center of the mat. Wiley is on the bottom, Morgan on top.
And you can tell the Cowboy fans, the wind has totally been taken out of their sails.
Yes.
I mean, we were thinking this might come down to the last match, but still 4 to go, and it's already done.
Yep.
Like, just unbelievable.
Yep. Their fate has been sealed. Morgan a little bit high, trying to flatten out Wiley. He's able to scoot back down, though, staying behind. Clock ticking down, 5 seconds. He's not going to let Wiley have that escape, so Morgan here is going to stay in control to end the first period.
And in the other semifinal, Decorah leads Independence 40 to 15. And they are at 190 right now.
All right, so we're going to start the second period here in neutral position. Wiley in on a shot, Morgan sprawling back. Morgan sprawling back, pushing on those hips, trying to hook an arm there. Down to a minute 40. Morgan looked like he's trying to roll through or something. We're on that edge where I can't see anything. We get awarded 2 or 3. So we do have the takedown. Wiley must have got the takedown on Morgan. I cannot see. It looks like Wiley is on top. So from what little bit I can tell, Morgan's trying to build that base up, get his hips up. They're on the edge of the mat here on the side. Wiley's going to bring him kind of back in. Down under a minute. Morgan now sitting out. Trying to break free here, and he is. All right. Back up to a neutral position, 35 seconds left. Morgan leads 4 to 3. Wiley trying to take a shot, very extended there. Morgan trying to get him turned. He's got that whizzer in. A whizzer is when you can get hooked up underneath the arm to help prevent him from getting around to your backside here. Morgan's going to get him turned with that whizzer. He's going to get the takedown, and we're going to get some back points. Oh, we're going to a fall here. Near fall,
4
if
seconds.
he can do it. Oh,
not gonna happen.
So close for Morgan there, but he is going to get 4. So it's now 11 to 3.
So to the third period we go.
Wiley had choice. He deferred over to Morgan. Morgan is going to take the bottom. Morgan's going to take the bottom position here. Rylan Morgan from CGD leading 11 to 3 going into the third period here. Here we go. Morgan trying to sit up and out. As Wiley tries throwing on a cradle. Morgan taking a big step up there, and Wiley trying to capitalize on it. As Morgan stands up, spins around, working on getting a reversal here, and he does. We got a reversal, so Morgan leads 13-3. And now he's trying to go for a cradle on Wiley. Morgan trying to squeeze it and get him tipped over here. He is. We're going to get some back points. We're swiping. We got under a minute. We're holding on 4, I believe. He's trying to go for the pinfall. Morgan's trying to get that pin in here. 35 seconds. Down to 25.
Yeah, he's had a couple different opportunities, not quite able to close it out.
Still holding on tight to that. So he's not allowing it there. He's got the 4.
All right,
so it should be 17-3 with 10 seconds remaining.
So we'll hang on for the major decision here. We'll finish a point shy of a tech fall, but again, it's all kind of just window dressing at this point.
Yep.
So that'll make it 35-13 in favor of Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont.
You can see the wind completely out of their sails right now. They just, even though it's a win, there's no excitement over from CGD's side.
Yeah, and I mean that's anticipation dating all the way back to this time last year.
And
they waited the whole year for this, and EBF is going to start forfeiting some.
Yep, we got a forfeit there.
Are they just going to forfeit the rest of the way, maybe? Oh, they are going to send someone out here.
Maybe a couple of those matches that might make the difference in the championship round. They're just going to hold them, maybe.
So no match at 190. We will have one here at 215, it appears. Because they still want to try to get these guys mat time down here. So Easton Bayer got the win by forfeit to make it 35-19. It'll be Calder Grand George of CGD against Logan Gardner of EBF here at 215.
Here we go, getting this matchup underway. Gardner in on a single there, taking Grand George down to the mat, getting 3. Gardner looking to put this one away quick as he's getting some back points. Grand George able to roll through though and get out of that. He's still going to get some back points. I do believe it's 6-0 now. 3 on that near fall. Down to 1:25. Right on that edge where you can't see a whole lot that's going on. It sure looks like Gardner's trying to take some big steps there, bringing his head to his knee, and he's got him in a cradle, and he's going to bring him back. Grand George is in trouble. He is in a cradle, and we got the pinfall. So Logan Gardner from EBF, going to get the pinfall over Grand George from CGD.
All right, so one more match left. It's going to be JT Kelso of CGD. He's got his hair bleached. He's got the curly mullet.
And they're going to forfeit.
That's a throwback right there. So let's see. Our final score is going to be Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont 41, Clarion-Goldfield-Dows 25.
That is a tough and heartbreaking loss there after, like we said, the dominating season that they've had. They were expecting to go on to the championship round. I know it was a tough one, but
That's why you wrestle the matches right there.
That is why you wrestle.
All right, we'll wrap it up here in just a moment.
Did you know Murphy's does water softeners? That's right. Check with Murphy's Heating and Plumbing for water right softeners and filtered drinking water systems for your home. Soft water is important for washing and bathing, and great tasting drinking water. Well, everyone loves that. Get your water right water softener or drinking water system today in Hampton at Murphy's. Also with water heaters, new toilets, furnace filters, and more in stock.
Murphy's Heating and Plumbing, because you deserve the best.
Sometimes I worry.
Sometimes I'm scared.
Sometimes I'm overwhelmed.
Sometimes I cry.
And that's okay, because sometimes is not all the time.
It will be okay. You got this.
You got this.
You got this.
Christensen Jewelry of Hampton is North Iowa's go-to store for a gift that will be truly treasured. From wedding and engagement rings to a present for someone special, we have over 17,000 pieces of fine jewelry, gemstones, gifts, and decor. Known for quality repair, jewelry and watch restoration, and custom design. Stop in and discover our wonderful store in downtown Hampton, or shop online and have your items shipped right to you. Go to christensenjewelry.com right now and see why people from around the Midwest come to Christensen's.
The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union encourages positive behavior.
Pride, respect, leadership, and sportsmanship on the court and in the stands.
Remember what a great privilege it is to see your team compete. Thank you for your attendance. Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Dumont Telephone.
We have reached the end of the semifinal round inside Extreme Arena, and second seed Clarion-Goldfield-Dows falls to 3 seed Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont 41-25. John Mowinkle and Colt Powers with you here, and let's run through the results from this one. At 106, EBF's Keller Little gets a 5-minute 50-second fall over Cole Wibholm. At 113, EBF's Garrett Pumphrey got a 13-7 decision over Estuardo Lopez. At 120, EBF's Simon Bettis got a 17-2 tuck fall over Paxton Rodinius. At 126, CGD's Adrian Petzenpon got a sudden victory in overtime over Slater Thomas. At 132, EBF's Gage Spurgeon got a 2-minute 56-second pin of Damon Fouts. At 138, CGD's Lyndon Petzenpon won by forfeit. At 144, EBF's Caden Kirkpatrick got a 15-8 decision over Reed Campbell. At 150, EBF's Landon Davis got a 20-5 tech fall over Dawson Byer. At 157, Zane Mullenix of EBF got a 17-8 major decision over Colin Sesker. 165, Kenton Stout of EBF got a sudden victory, 22-19 over Adam Hodson. At 175, CGD's Rylan Morgan got a 17-3 major decision over Wyatt Wiley. At 190, CGD's Easton Meyer got a win by forfeit. At 215, EBF's Logan Gardner got a win by fall. EBF's Logan Gardner got a win by fall over Calder Grand George in 52 seconds. And at 285, JT Kelso got a win by forfeit. So that means that Clarion-Goldfield-Dows will take on Independence in the Class 2A third place duel at 6 o'clock tonight on 104.9 KLMJ. Right now, Decorah has a 43-19 lead at 285, so that one already clinched. And the 2A championship duel will be between Decorah and Eddyville-Blakesburg-Fremont. Well, Colt, any final thoughts from you before we take about a 2-hour break and come back on at 5:55?
Oh, that's just, it's crazy. Well, maybe 5:50 since they've been going
right. That's true.
It's just crazy watching CGD and their season, and how dominant that they have been, and how dominant they were against Algona, which I think was pretty expected But watching them go through and buzzsaw everybody to having these really tough matches and coming up against not necessarily a buzzsaw themselves, but just that much competition. And, you know, that is tough for CGD and Coach Yoder there. And, you know, you could see at the end of it where the wind was kind of really taken out of their sails. And even though they had a couple of wins and good wins, just, you know, there wasn't any excitement even with those wins. So hopefully they can kind of recoup, and they're going to have to come back and get that killer attitude out again and take on, was it, you said Independence?
Yes. So
they're going to have, I have to imagine, a tough matchup with Independence. Yep. And, you know, come back and let's get that third place. And, you know, okay, so you can't get the championship, that fate is sealed, but let's match what we did last year then.
Yeah. You still might as well try to get as high as a place as you can.
Absolutely.
Point,
I mean, that's a good, you know, for Coach Yoder and that team, that's still nothing to shake your head at.
You betcha.
You know?
All right, so 5:50, 5:55. That's about the time we'll return tonight for the Clarion-Goldfield-Dows versus Independence duel for third place in Class 2A. We will catch you then, but for now, for Colt Powers, I'm John Mowinkle. Good afternoon from Extreme Arena. We'll see you here in a few hours.